Hey, this is Glenn McNeil, aka Zen Glenn, for Module 2 of Get Traffic 3.0. This is Chapter 2, and we're talking about decisions to make before you begin setting up your campaigns. You really need to do this stuff first, and this is going to be a little bit of a review from some of the things that we discussed last week, but I want to give you my take on things as well as kind of fill in the blanks on some other topics in this session. Because it is very important to have the proper foundation laid before you begin, spending money on advertising. So the first quick thing I want to look at is fans versus direct sales versus lead generation. What is it you're trying to do, and why do you need to think about this? Well, you need to know what you're measuring. I know that it might be confusing for some people because we're focusing on this double lead technique. So I hope to clarify a couple of things by discussing this, by breaking these out this way. So let's look at the fans workflow. It's pretty simple. We're going to write an ad to sell the click, which sends them to a fan page. Now, I've got a new technique that I'm going to be showing you a little bit later called the Reveal tab, the purpose of which is to show content to people who are not fans, different content to people who are not fans of yours, and different content to people who are fans of yours, okay? And the purpose of the first group of people who are not fans is to sell the like, is to get them to become fans. So this gives you an opportunity to kind of bribe them into becoming fans. And so the next step in this workflow would then be that the fan page, the real fan page, is revealed, and you give them something cool that helps them get closer to their goal. Give them a piece of content, like maybe a video or something like that, or an ebook or something that they can instantly download just for becoming a fan. And then inside of that piece of content, kind of prepare them for the opt-in offer, so they can get more cool stuff. And so what you might do, as an example, is you might have a video that tells them the why and the what of the technique or whatever it is, that kind of tells them what to do, and then you'd have at the end of that video maybe an opt-in offer for how to do it, which they would need to subscribe to your email list for. Does that make sense? I hope so. If not, don't worry about it. We're going to be covering that in more detail when we get to landing pages later. And so another route that you could go here, another kind of measuring stick, would be sales. And this would be kind of, and you can use Facebook advertising to send people outside of Facebook to an external website of yours. And typically in the old days we would send people straight from an ad to a sales letter. And even though Facebook's culture is a little bit different, that method can still work for certain types of offers. So the workflow would look like this. You'd write an ad to sell the click, right? You'd have it, and then I'd recommend that you have some kind of sandwich page. So when they click on the link to go to the external website of yours, you'd have a little sandwich page which doesn't have an opt-in box on it, and is not a sales letter, but rather it's just a page with some good content that establishes you as an authority, generates curiosity for them to learn more, and just simply sells the click through to the next page. So again, you give them something of value that kind of solves their problem, and sell the click to the next step, and which would then be your offer page, where you would just sell the product. Okay, and then another interesting twist, if you want to get a little bit more advanced, is on that second page, the offer page. If they go to leave it, you could have an exit pop-up that would come up with an opt-in offer. So even if they don't want to buy your stuff, you can have a chance to get them on your list, and you can do this because they're two steps deep into your site. You wouldn't be able to put any kind of pop-ups on the landing page that people arrive at after they click your ad, but once they step through two steps into your page, then you can have an exit pop-up, and it's okay. Now that might sound a little bit advanced. If you've never heard of exit pop-ups, don't worry about. But with direct sales offers, you'll probably want to try impulse buy type offers between the price range of $7 and $47. Stuff that's really easy for them to say yes to. I haven't seen a lot of people be real successful with sending direct traffic to offers that are above that price range. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying that you might want to consider trying impulse buy type offers first. So, it's just, take Facebook's kind of semi-sales resistant culture into account and adjust accordingly. I think the sandwich page kind of idea, two-stepping it, is a pretty good way to accomplish that. And just always keep in mind that Facebook is about relationships. And so that's why our favorite strategy is around building fans and stuff inside of Facebook. In the next video, we're going to continue on and talk about the lead generation workflow, and I'll see you there.